Hey guys, Mars Noob Saiba with the Gravity Project here, and this is the second addition to the highly requested power Quantum. And so, doing this, it made me really miss Quantum 1, and then it made me feel like this is the way that Quantum was meant to be used. Like, I was Quantum when Weapon Mastery came out. I was actually Quantum for 2 years straight. I tried to stay loyal to it, but at some point it was too weak, and I missed DPSing too much, so I had to switch. But, oh man, like, doing this really made me miss Quantum. And it's just fun. It's way more fun than the AM. The AM kind of gets like really monotonous, and it kind of just wears on you. And at some point, when you're in between not doing the best damage and having a really boring AM, you just kind of want to give up on it. So, one little note is you don't want to spec Neo Venom boost. You're gonna want to use either Wisdom of Solomon for the extra power, or you can put on Oblivion, but it's probably better to have an innate power because the loadout uses all of the powers, so it's better to have some innate stats in addition. So what we're going to be doing here is Gravity Well, Warped Reality, and I'm actually using Alcubierre Wave, and that's because it Graviton charges enemies. And this loadout is heavily centered around Graviton charging, but there's not really moves that Graviton charge enemies except for Warped Reality. The only thing about that is that the enemy actually has to be hit by your weapon attack in order to activate that Graviton charge. And if you're using a single target weapon attack or something that is going to take longer to hit multiple targets like Flip Slash, then that's not the best way to go. If you're using Hand Blast and you can use Solar Flame and get off a weapon attack that'll hit everybody really quick, then obviously Warped Reality is not a bad way to go. But if you're using something that takes a long time to kind of build up an AoE weapon attack, then you want to be using Alcubierre Wave. And so what you're going to do here is you're actually going to hit Alcubierre Wave at the start of any group of adds, like so, and they'll all be Graviton charged, which is indicated by the little blue orb in the center of their chest. And it's actually kind of cool because if you run with Munitions Trolls, they may be able to Graviton charge enemies for you. But, or not Munitions, well, yeah, Munitions Trolls and DPS actually, if they're using Railguns or a multi-laser net launcher. So, yeah, that's great. And then, from there, you're kind of just gonna hammer away at, the powers. It's just like the old Quantum loadout, really. So you're gonna Alcubierre Wave, Gravity Well, Warped Reality, and Warped Reality is a little bit of Might buff, and it Graviton charges enemies. Gravity Well is a damage over time move. And then you're gonna, use Flip Slash, so you're gonna tap melee 4 times and hold melee, and then you're gonna hit Singularity, then tap melee 4 times, hold melee, hit Gravity Bomb, and kind of just cycle back and forth between the two. And after you used 4 of each, you're going to want to either Alcubierre Wave them again, or if you already have Warped Reality up, then you can just keep going at it because they should be getting Graviton charge from your weapon attacks. So, yep, that's that. And last but not least is Quantum Tunneling, and that's kind of cool considering that this is a partially melee loadout. So if you get really hard for a brief moment, you can just get right out of there. You can teleport through them, you can teleport straight past them, which is not always the best idea. So the best thing to do is pull down the trigger, like if you were about to run away after you finish your animation, and as soon as you hit Quantum Tunneling, it'll send you in the direction that you're headed. So that's really cool for getting in and out, especially since you're using melee attacks, and also Quantum Tunneling is just a highly fun power to use. It can be used to teleport to enemies, from enemies, kind of, any way that you want to utilize it. So that's it. This was really fun to do. I think it's kind of awesome that the AM sucks right now, not because I want the AM to suck. It sucks for the Quantum DPS, but it's kind of awesome because it forces you to use your weapon again, which I think is a lot of fun. I personally like using my weapon, which I think is why I'm so addicted to playing Earth and Sorcery DPS right now, because I just miss my weapon so much, and they also have pets that hit really hard, so it's like there's a lot of components that make you feel like a really powerful player. But that's it for this one, guys. Hopefully it was helpful, and I will see you all next time.
I can feel you Wang, wang, wang.